Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Today I want to talk about the Surefire Tactician and also two replacement clip options from Green Force Tactical. All right, so each of these serve a slightly different purpose. Now, one of the common complaints about this light is that it is a one-way clip and it is designed to carry with the bezel of the light up. This leaves a lot of it sticking out of the pocket, which I personally don't like myself. It leaves it feeling a little bit tippy sometimes. And I'm used to grabbing a light out of my pocket this way. This is how every other light I've had has been carried. And it's how the majority of the lights for Surefire come. They actually have a two-direction clip, so you can see here, this allows you to carry this way in your pocket. And if you wanted to, you can actually reverse this, stick it on a hat brim, etc. But these clips are not known for their reliability. These are better than the previous generation, but they're still not great. But regardless, this light does not have that option. So the second problem some people were having, I have never had this issue, but folks that are carrying this in their back pocket were having the constant on get twisted on, and the light would be on their pocket without them knowing. Obviously, this is bad in two ways. One, you could get probably not burned badly, but you can get pretty uncomfortable with that. And then also, this is burning up your battery. So if this is your go time light, you definitely don't want it to be less than 100% capacity if you can help it. So the first clip option is going to be this one. It has a complete ring for the mounting, and this serves to, one, orient the light bezel down. We'll show you how to mount this, and it also serves as a lockout. Okay, the dimension of this, as far as the thickness, is just enough that you can tighten this completely so the button always works, but it locks out the twist on option so that it won't become a constant on anymore, okay? The second option, and this one came out first, and I asked Christian to make a slightly different design. I asked him if he could make one that goes inside the lanyard ring, and this has to be removed. This option pops into place, maintains a lanyard mount, and allows you to keep your constant on option, which was important to me. So what we'll do is we'll look down and we'll show you how to install both of these options. Okay guys, for the installation of either of these clips, we start the same way, and that's going to be to remove the factory clip from the light body. That's pretty simple. We're going to remove the head of the light, and then I recommend you take your O-ring off. This fits pretty snugly behind this clip here, and this is what waterproofs the light. I don't want to mask this, potentially nick it or cut it. That's pretty important. So this clip simply pushes off the front. Keep that, toss it, whatever. Then you want to return your O-ring, and I just roll this over the top all the way to the bottom. Make sure that's seated fully. Make sure so it doesn't get smashed against the threads when you reinstall the bezel or the head unit. Okay, next for the lockout version of the clip, okay, this locks out the twist on function. We're going to remove the tail cap. And then again, I recommend you remove your O-ring. Not as important for installing this, but if you take this back off, that will get pushed on. Okay, now this just goes over the back end where the threads are at and sets into place. It's going to seem loose right now. That will go away as soon as you tighten the tail cap on. You'll notice that's actually sitting up a little bit. That's going to get pressed flat and give you more tension on the clip against the light body. So remember to put your O-ring back on and seat that fully. And you may need to hold that down with your thumb to make sure that O-ring is fully down until you get this tail cap back on. When you put this tail cap back on, again, this locks out the constant on function, so you can tighten this fully all the way down. You'll notice the light does not come on, and I have full function of the button on the back. This is now a momentary only light with no option for constant on. However, you still need a low light for some reason. You can still back off the head. There's your low setting, and then you can still twist for your high. Okay, now to install the non-lockout version, you'll need to actually cut off or bend off your lanyard ring. So I've actually already done this. A pair of snips will handle that quite nicely. You can also, if you don't have the lanyard on there, if you uninstall that, with this opening, you can bend that open with some needle nose pliers. Get in there. If you pry this open somewhat, either way, this is removed. Okay. You'll notice that now there is a bit of a groove in here. I don't know how well you can see that this lanyard ring was in. This is going to replace that. And you're just going to snap this in place. So start on one edge and get this front tab underneath it. right where one of the brakes is at. From here, you just press down and work around the light, and that's installed. It's done. Okay. Now with this clip, because you have removed your lanyard ring, this hole has been added so you can still tie a lanyard on if you want one. Now you'll notice there is a difference in carry depth in these as well. The non-lockout version carries much deeper in the pocket. Honestly, this may be a problem for some pants or shorts you wear, so I would be aware of that. If this is this deep, it may not seat fully, and you have less engagement with the clip here. Now, being as long as it is, I'm not overly concerned about that, and in the clothes that I wear, this has not been a problem. So just to show you the differences, if you remove, if I take off this lockout version, and again, they're all a little loose until you tighten the tail cap. Pressing against the body is what gives them tension. You'll notice that I still have constant on capability, and I still have full function of the tail cap. Okay guys, I hope you found today's video on the replacement clips from Greenforce Tactical for the Surefire Tactician useful. If you're interested in either one of these products, I'm going to drop Amazon links down below and you'll be able to find those. I'm also going to place a link to Greenforce's new Forever file. That's something you're going to check out separately. Take it easy guys. Stay safe.